Hi Gemini, this is your energy reading for the week of April 13th through the 17th. I will be getting clarity on a situation that you will be dealing with that week, and afterwards I will get some advice from your guides. The overall energy for this spread is the Strength card. So you're focused on finding your strength and courage. In the recent past, you have the Seven of Swords, the Death card, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So you recently gone through major transformation. You brought to an end a time with either truth tellers or telling the truth about something, clearing your conscience. And that led to a time of confusion and indecision about how to go forward. And that's leading you to isolation, to withdraw for a while from people. And in the immediate future, you have the Page of Cups, the Tower card, and the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. You're focusing on this week boosting your confidence. And you're trying to boost it through creating drama, through bad or sad news. And you're hoping you're hoping to find grounding through that. Stability or grounding. The outcome, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, you weren't able to meet the challenges of that because you weren't able to recognize the stability of something or your own comfort level. And that led to you being really anxious. I did some clarification cards and a few of the cards to get a deeper look at what's going on. For the Strength card, the overall energy, you have the Tower card, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Swords. So this is finding your strength and courage. It looks like you're trying to take your power back to overcome your fears. And you're doing this by creating disharmony through drama. In the recent past, for the Seven of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so whatever you brought it into, it was around truth and honesty. A time of truth and honesty, or receiving truth and honesty. After nurturing a collaboration. For the Two of Swords, you have the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Moon. So whatever this confusion or indecision about is about the future. What to do next, what's coming next. And you've tried to focus on that, get clearer on that through finding stability through rest. Trying to restore your energy. The Four of Pentacles, the clarification cards you have is the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. So you're isolating from a connection in your life. You're trusting your intuition regarding someone you know. The outcome, for the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So you're trying to boost your confidence around fast change. that's going on. By really finding new information about what's going on in the world. For the King of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords, the Star, and the Devil. So you're finding grounding and stability through a toxic connection. Because you're not able to fulfill your own wishes or make your own dreams come true through compromise or negotiation. For the outcome, for the Seven of Wands, you have the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. You weren't able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This time, because apparently this is a past behavior where this time you weren't able to find happiness through past behavior, a past situation for you. You were probably able to do this in the past where it was able to stabilize you, but this time it didn't. Which just leads to a lot of anxiety. For that, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Lovers. So this is anxiety around a relationship. Because you missed out on an opportunity because of a lack of funds, a lack of money. So now I'll get some advice from your guides on what they think. Do you have any advice or guidance for the Gemini watching? Staying focused, hold the course. Be clear about where you're going. Do not compromise. Follow your dreams. You deserve the best. Prioritize your life. Once you decide on a direction, hold the course. Do not veer. Do what's important and release the rest. Place your intent and passion on one thing rather than scattering in many directions, and you will be successful. On this path, it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. Do not take any separated from his spiritual source. However, when the traveler takes time alone, everything falls into perspective. Take time out of your day to be completely quiet. Take deep, slow breaths. Imagine inhaling vitality and exhaling all that is not needed. Affirm that all is well. Move past the chatter and chaos on the road of life. Be still and hear the voices of your higher self and your spirit guides. So that is it for the Gemini reading, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.